Hello again, everybody. My name is Wynn, and this is episode 8? Really? Episode 8? Oh, and we're in 100 AD of Wynn's Russia campaign in Civilization 5. Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Anyway, last episode, hey, we founded Wynnism. It is a religion somewhat based on Eastern Orthodoxy, but a lot different. Where the practitioners normally go about saying that they win all the time, and yeah, I suppose. Anyway, I'm just getting a bit more comfortable. We are currently building the National Epic, which will help to improve the great person generation in the city. Oh, we're also gaining great scientist points. Nice. Well, 25% of 1. 0.25, I suppose. That's not too great. That's also not too great for the Great Merchant. Okay, so we want more buildings that improve the... that give more points towards these guys. Now, normally they come from either wonders, or they come from certain buildings that give... Yeah, wonders, when they say, Great Engineer points +1 or something. Those things add up. Faith +5 must be built in Holy City. 3 free missionaries appear. Alternatively, we can also get them from specialists. So for instance, as soon as we research education, we should be able to get scientist slots. There we go. If we assign one of our population to one of these slots, it'll help to generate a great person. Every slot they fill provides +1, I believe. And let's see, in guilds it should... Oh, we have +1 merchant slot over here. So actually, if we go to here, and... Oh, we don't have it yet? Okay, so we're building a national college over here. Do we have one over here? No. So once you're done with the national epic, go and build... Do I want... I'll probably want both of them, in fact. But let's queue up a mint and then a market. No, actually, firstly a market, then a mint. There we go, market then mint. Let's make sure that's the right way around. Market first, extra merchant slot, that'll help us to get great merchant faster, yes. And then do a similar thing over here, add queue. Do we have a mint already? We do have a mint, so let's just go for a market. Now, we're building a national epic, and we're building a national college. So, there's one thing also to point out. In the wonders, you get, normal world wonders, say the pyramids or the Great Lighthouse or the Great Library or something like that, and the Hanging Gardens, for instance, which reminds me I still need to find that jerk who stole the Hanging Gardens from me. But you also get national wonders. World wonders are once per world, national wonders are once per player. Normally you can determine national wonders because it has the word national in front of the building type, so national college, national epic, national... other stuff, I suppose. But yeah. So, we don't really get penalized if somebody is, say, building a national epic as well, alongside us. It's just really, well, once per player, really. Oh, and we are at the top of the leaderboard by 1 point. Normally my gameplay revolves not around building the early game wonders, but recently I've started seeing sort of the value in them, mainly because of the great person generation, which is hugely helpful. Believe me, it is oh my god, so helpful. And I'll show you why it's so helpful as soon as we get another great person. We have already had a great prophet in our city, but that's more because we had 200 faith instead of anything else. So we want to sneak around these barbarians to make sure we're out of the range of being attacked by the barbarian archer. The galley might be able to attack us. In fact, very much likely able to attack us. But we should be able to escape in time. Unmet player entered the classical era. Now if he was smart, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I still pass him? I'm saying if this barbarian was smart, he'd place his ship over here, because that might mean I can't take the shortcut to St. Petersburg. But no, the galley just didn't move at all. I think it might be heading towards Sidon again. As weird as that sounds. Okay, you guys build a camp. Camps provide extra production. And you guys just, well, continue your deforestation. Now, I'm not supporting deforestation in reality or anything, but I'm just saying that in this game it provides a tactical advantage, or a strategic advantage. By improving the rate of production, it allows your city to grow faster. As you'd expect, the faster you get buildings, and the faster you get technology, then the faster, well, you learn stuff, really. So you're going to want to chop down the forest. Now, the important thing about population growth and having great libraries, in fact, I should untick that and... yeah, stay on food, production focus for now. And you guys, production focus? Okay, you guys can focus on food production again. The great thing about having these, like the Great Library and things like that, is because they also come with, as I mentioned before, it provides points towards great persons, and also some of them also provide specialist slots. I think I mentioned at the end of last episode, specialist slots improve, like add +1 point to great person generation for each one you have. Oh, there's a barbarian camp nearby. Oh, really, over there? I suppose I can help to get rid of that. I'll send my archers up onto this hill over here. And let's see, is this the end of the ocean? Wow, it is. Wow. Maybe there's more along here? I don't think so. Am I really like on an isolated island? You know, I've never really played on an isolated island. Every time I've like spawned on an isolated island and not on, say, like an archipelago map or archipelago, however you want to pronounce it. I normally just quit the game and start a new map. But can't really do that right now because, well, we're already so much into this game. Work has now begun on the market. So 2 of my cities are currently building a market. Excellent. So Moscow, you should... wait, what did you just finish building? You just finished building a National Epic. Okay, National Epic will provide plus 25% great person. City bonuses... so it doesn't really affect us now because we only have 1 point toward both. Let's see, towards a great scientist we need to fill 100 points. So that'll take us, what, 93 turns in order to get a great scientist at this rate. And a great merchant will take us 70 turns. So yeah, we're going to need to beef that up. But that's why we have a market being produced right now. Moscow will grow in the next turn. St. Petersburg will grow in the next 6 turns. Let's see, how much of a difference is it? Wow, that makes so much difference. Oh, of course, that's why it makes so much difference, because we're not working on that. There we go, that's 7. We can actually turn it down to 5. Do I want production? Well, I really want the merchants. Great merchant production +1 in this city, and +1 in this city, but you also have a great scientist. So, yeah. One thing to point out is St. Petersburg actually has 8 population. Moscow has 9 population. You know what, focus on food. I want to improve your population so that we have enough people to fill out the merchant plot. Now, why am I focusing so much on great merchants instead of, say, great scientists? Well, mostly because we have to really work towards our strengths of what we currently have. For instance, we don't have anything that can give us a great engineer or a great artist just yet. So we have to just work to our strengths. And currently our strengths are that we're making, or we're getting there to making a great merchant.
3 things are necessary for the salvation of man. To know what he ought to believe, to know what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do.
So let me think about this quote. So, to save man, he needs to know what ought to believe, what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do. So he needs to know what he wants out of life. He needs to know what he believes in, not necessarily religion per se, but like, say, philosophy as well. and also what he ought to do, which stems from knowing what he ought to believe and what he desires as well. So really it's just like well, I won't say it's sort of like a layered cake. If you know what to believe, then you know what to desire, therefore you know what to do. Anyway, that's quite a nice quote, in fact. Theology. I don't actually know what theology itself is and how it differs from philosophy. I was thinking psychology, but I was like, no, that's not the right one. And I was like, sociology, I was like, that's definitely not the right one. Although, there are links between all of them, I suppose. So, researching theology allows us to build a few wonders, which improve my faith, and ability to create great people. That is amazing. So we get garden, plus 25% great people generation in the city, but it has to be built next to a river or a lake. We also get the Hagia Sophia, improves faith, and gives us free great profit, and adds a temple as well. Grand Temple, extra faith, doubles religious pressure emanating from the city. We don't need to worry about religious pressure just yet. There's also the Great Mosque of Jean. Gives us a great engineer point and plus 3 faith. What else does it do? Adds a free mosque. Now we can also work on our faith as well. That's another thing we have going for us. We have faith generating. And then Borobudur. Plus 5 faith. 3 free missionaries. Okay.
The voice of the people is the voice of God.
And we have entered the medieval era. Finally, we're like so far behind the rest of the competition, even though we're like at the top. How many points are we getting from our wonders? 75 from wonders. Wow. I wish I had like discovered other people so that I could like compare myself to them. Like, where are they getting all of their strength from, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we now know already that over here we can't really explore too much. So let's try and see if we can uncover, like, I don't know, anything over here. It'll take all the other civilizations, like, until... Well, firstly they need to research astronomy to be able to cross the ocean. And then they need to actually find me, so that'll take like, I don't know, 20, 30 turns after they researched astronomy in order to find me. Wow. And even if, say like, okay, yeah, they would be able to discover me if they sail up to the coast. They won't be able to discover Moscow unless they actually land on me. Or I accept an embassy of theirs, but I can actually use that to my advantage. If I don't accept an embassy from other civilizations, they can't see me. Nice. So, naval units have unique promotions. We can get +1 visibility range or +1 movement. Since this one is more combat orientated, let's go for the extra movement. Let's move him up to... Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, so there are 2 dudes over there. Probably don't want them to be, well, there, I suppose. So what's our science generation like? We're getting 39 science. We're at +9 gold. We actually have a huge amount of gold. We have 756 gold, which is just ridiculous. Let's move our archers here, and... yeah, let's move them here, and then let's attack them. The reason I'm keeping them in the open instead of moving them onto the snowy hill, which provides a defensive bonus, is because I assume these horsemen don't want to leave their camp. If I place them adjacent to their camp, they can just attack me without leaving their tile. But if they don't, then they can't attack me. Because I think they'd much rather prefer to stay in their encampment instead of trying to, like, fight me. Yep, there we go, they just stay still. They're just going to attack them again. Killed another horseman. Unit needs orders. Oh, okay, and it looks like we didn't get damaged at all. Oh, okay, so there's nothing around here that leads outside. Oh, great. So I believe our military conquest will pretty much start with Sidon. Because that faith from that Uluru. I want that faith. If we get that faith, then I'll consider making... Yeah, in fact, we're going to get a huge bonus with our religion if we capture Uluru. So we should focus more on religious stuff and improving Winnism first. So it seems like Wellington want to deal with these barbarians as well. In fact, if provided no more barbarians spawn, I can just move in.
A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
Okay, so we have horseback riding. We can now make horses. Well, we can make horse units. Unfortunately, there's like no horses in reach on this island. There's one on the barbarian wing. I like how I can like say that, well, I like how I can name certain parts of the continent that I'm on itself. If I could even consider this a continent, I'll probably consider it a continent. Anyway, we are going to move into here, and we're going to gain bonuses from Wellington. Now they're going to provide us their pearls, and what else? 6 iron, wow. Additionally, they're going to boost the food production in our capital. And, well, in fact, now that we're allies in everywhere. So St. Petersburg and Moscow, wow, Moscow will grow in 1 turn. St. Petersburg in 3. We need to wait until the market is done. Is the market done here? Yeah, we have a market finished here. So let's see, what do we want to replace? Well, market gives +2 gold. We could untick that. What did that change? That changes... oh, that changes our faith, actually. What if I untick that? Stagnation. No, I don't want stagnation to happen. If I untick that... it'll still take 4 turns for the mint to finish. And let's undo that, and then let's add it to here. Now we are generating... wow, 5 points? Really? Oh, wow! The market actually provides +3 great merchant points. Wow, okay. Specialists are amazing. Now let's go and get landed elite, because that is quite important for us. After that, we'll probably want to go for piety or commerce. Because of our focus on religion, we might want to go for piety. Let's see. Allowed me to build shrines and temples in half the usual time. Unlocks building the Great Mosque of Jean. Adopting all policies causes a great profit to appear and holy sites to provide +3 culture. Interesting. Let me check the time of this episode. Okay, 18 minutes. Seems like that's like the times I always check. What are the bonuses in piety? +1 faith from shrines and temples. 20% discount on all purchases of religious units and buildings with faith. That could be useful. Religious tolerance. Cities with the majority religion also get the pantheon belief bonus of the 2nd most popular religion. Ooh. So, right, I guess that's on a city by city basis. Probably not going to be too important for Moscow, simply because there's no... well, it's going to take ages before anything happens. Yeah, before we start getting influenced by other religions. What else? Theocracy. Temples increases the city's gold output by 25% and holy sites provide +3. Wow. Okay. Holy sites are going to be amazing. With, completing piety we gain +3 culture to all of our holy sites. And we also gain +3 gold. I think holy sites provide either +4 faith or +6 faith. Yeah. What did this last one here? If you found a religion, gain a bonus Reformation belief. Okay, so that allows us to add a bonus Reformation belief to our religion. That's in for piety. Commerce is more gold orientated. Adopting it gives a 25% boost to gold production in capital, and allows us to build Big Ben. Allows us to purchase great merchants with faith starting in the industrial era. So we might go for piety and then faith. Piety and then commerce, sorry. +2 gold from all land trade routes. And reduced maintenance on roads and railroads. Great merchants are earned 25% faster. That sounds great. Literally. Purchasing items in cities require 25% less gold. +1 science for every mint. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Give me that. +2 happy from each luxury resource. And this one up here allows me to purchase land skins, which are basically like mercenaries. When we fill out commerce, we gain +1 gold from every trading post, which is a tile improvement. And also, yeah, purchase great merchants. So it's a tie between piety and commerce. Eventually, though, we'll probably want to get aristocracy. The oligarchy. Wow. how to say that? I don't know. Probably don't want to get that because I don't really see the... I suppose it helps to improve defensiveness. And what do we get from adopting all of these? 15% extra growth and free aqueduct in first 4 cities. Wow. Okay. I like the aqueduct and the extra growth. Let's just end our turn. Clearing forest, gain +6 production for St. Petersburg. And the Colossus has been built in faraway land. We're no longer in the top, so hey. I wonder if the person at the top is actually Egypt. I expect Babylon, if they're not, if they are in this game, to be somewhere either in the middle or in last place. Simply because they're focusing more on sciences. Anyway, I think that should be it for this episode. I thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.